Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to Miscellaneous. So today I have for you a story of why I commonly use the phrase "we don't know these things," right? Now, the reason I say that a lot is because we actually don't know these things, right? Now, I'll tell you, right? I say that a lot because of the thought process that I have because I am a medic, right? Now, I'll tell you. Today, I was sitting here. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I said, "Let me go get some fresh air." Right? I step outside, and lo and behold, just like a Stanley Kubrick horror movie or whoever famous director, there was something strange in the hallway all the way down, right? I was like, what is that? Let me go get my glasses. So I got my glasses, and it looks like a wheelchair, right? With somebody or something on it. We don't know these things, guys, right? It's like, oh my gosh, it's like way out of a horror movie. It might be a human being. I couldn't tell. It's not obviously like a person in the wheelchair. Bizarre. So I went back into the apartment and I got a pair of gloves. And I went down the hallway slowly, observing the scene. Because we don't know these things, guys, right? When I got close enough, it appears to be a human being. So from about 5 feet away, I observed such human being for breathing, you know? And I see breathing, so I'm like, all right, such person appears to be breathing, right? And the hallway is kind of narrow. I kind of went around the wheelchair. I'm looking, then I look at the face, right? Now it's important, right? Because you can, like, as a medic, I can tell if someone's okay or not, right? So I looked, she appears to be asleep, right? So then I came around, I looked at her breathing, look at her face, and I'm thinking like, all right, well, it's 5 in the morning. She should not be in the wheelchair, leaning over on the side like this. So I tried to talk to her, right? Excuse me, ma'am, ma'am. I didn't say it too loud because, people are sleeping in the building. And so, like, ma'am, ma'am, right? And then she kind of opens her eye a little bit. And I said, all right, great. So she can respond, to me calling her ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. That's a good sign, right? So, you know, nothing so far says huge medical emergency, right? Because like things would be like a big pool of blood, a pale or a blue face, or the position of the face, or and what all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at her. So I try to get her to ask her a few questions. I was like, hey, you know, I said, are you okay? Do you need help? Right? And then she just kind of closed her eyes and goes right back to sleep. Okay. So, right? Now, you know, this is real life, right? I'm not at work. So I'm thinking like, I'm not going to go and put what is known as the painful stimuli, trapezius squeeze, sternal rub, things that would like wake a person up and be like, whoa, what are you doing? I'm trying to take a nap. Like I don't need anyone to be angry at me, right? She seems okay, right? But we don't know these things. And at worst, I'm looking, it could be substance intoxication of sorts, right? Although I did not detect any alcohol by smell, I did not detect any with the stuff that's legal here in Vegas. I didn't detect any of that, right? Judging by the looks, I didn't see any paraphernalia, things like that. So, that may or may not be. We don't know these things. And of course, I don't recognize her as a resident. So, whether or not she's a homeless person that made it in here somehow, we don't know these things, right? But I'm thinking the worst of this situation would be perhaps a person that have had some kind of stroke, because, like I don't see no trauma, like she's dressed pretty okay, didn't see any evidence of trauma. And then so I'm like, she wasn't responding very well. I'm gonna call 911. So I called 911, and I never called 911 here in Vegas before. So I was put on hold. Can you believe it? I was like, I was shocked. It goes, please do not hang up. I was just like, all right. And eventually, operator came on the line and asked if I needed medical, fire, or the police. I said, most likely just medical. I told her what I found. Then she asked me a bunch of questions. Is she breathing normally and stuff like that. And that they're willing to stay. The operator is going to stay on the line until the help gets here. I said, do you have an ETA for the help? And they go, oh, we don't give out ETAs. So, oh, that's fine. If help is coming, right? So I'm thinking like, I'll better, like, firstly, I don't think that she's in any immediate threats to her well-being. She's in the hallway, it's nice and warm. She's keeled over. And then so also, I'm gonna go downstairs and let the ambulance in. So I went downstairs, the ambulance came like so fast, guys. I was amazed. Response time was like really quick. And then so it came. I told the guys as I was bringing them up to the third floor. The guys meaning the ambulance paramedics. I said, yeah, we got the lady. She opens her eyes when I try to talk to her, but she's not saying anything, right? The basics, right? And then I let them do their job. They got there, they'll take good care of her and everything. I went back to the apartment. And I'm sitting here. I said, oh, let me get back to editing the videos. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I wonder how they're getting along. So I looked outside, and they were reeling her into the ambulance. I said, all right, great. So she's going to get the help that she needs, whatever it may be. We don't know these things, right? What was the situation? I don't know. What was wrong with her? I don't know. Does she live here? I don't know. We don't know. I have no idea. You know? And the thing is, with like more than a decade of like ambulance stuff in New York City, I'm telling you, I still don't know. I don't know these things. Now I'll tell you, right? The reason I don't know is because as the medic, it's the beginning part of the patient encounter, right? Like sometimes it's obvious, what's going on. You see them sitting there with a big bullet hole. Dude's been shot, But other times, like today, you just don't know, And the thing is, I like back then when I was on the ambulance, I'll bring them to the hospital, to tell the nurse at the triage, and triage means to sort, they decide the priority level of the patients and everything, what I found, and then I say goodbye, turn around, leave, and go get something to eat. That's what I've been doing for a long time, guys. So whenever people ask me, oh, whatever became of such and such person, oh, I don't know. Oh, did so and so live? I don't know. You know? And as a medic, you gotta be okay with not knowing these things. Because there are things in life that we know, and then there are things in life where if you think you know, it's disastrous. Because when you truly don't know these things and you think you know these things, bad, right? Gotta say, we don't know these things, guys. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching Miscellaneous. Yeah. Have a nice day. Yeah, this just happened. It's 5:53 right now. You know? Kind of makes me miss the old days. Wow. Yeah, I miss the old days. I had some quite a quite a few experiences that are very interesting back on the ambulance.